Hello, everyone. I'm down here in the corner, little one of me today. Um, I didn't want to be in the way of this sign because what we're doing at the moment is we're celebrating Black History Month. And I know that you've heard about lots of people from Black history, and you've been doing your own studying about the saints of St. Paul's. But today I'm going to be talking about somebody, and here she is. Make myself a little bit bigger now. And her name, well, I'm not going to tell you her name. What do you think she does for a living? Now, you might know already. And if you do, pop your hand up and let your teacher know. But she's internationally known, internationally respected. I've met her once, which was very exciting for me. She is, in fact, the author Malorie Blackman. And here she is with a selection of her books. So she's a prolific writer for children and young people. She's written loads of books and she's won awards. She was the Children's Laureate as well, which means that she helped promote children's books to young people. So yeah, and she was born in the UK. Her family are originally from the Bahamas, but she was born in London. And initially she thought she'd be a teacher, English teacher, but she didn't. She ended up working as a software engineer. And that kind of inspired her to write the book Hacker, which is over here, which is one of her earlier books. And now she is this well-known, internationally regarded writer of books for children. And we're going to hear one of her stories today for younger people. But if you're an older child, so if you're in years 4, 5 and 6, I would recommend finding her books. Some of her books are for older children, so you've got something to look forward to when you're a teenager. And I know that my daughter thoroughly enjoyed reading Malorie Blackman's books. So yeah, I recommend them. Okay, so we've also, somebody who didn't write the book today, but illustrated it, is an illustrator called Dapo Adiola. And I know that you've seen some of his books before because I've shared some books with you. I think I shared Clean Up with you, and I know Mr. Stacker's shared Look Up and Hey You. And he is an illustrator of children's books. So both the people who contributed to the book today, the writer and the illustrator, are Black British, which is really exciting. So let's get on with our story today. Now, you might recognise the story because it's kind of based on another story. It's called We're Going to Find the Monster. And at the end of it, I'm going to ask you, do you recognise it? So it's written by Malorie Blackman and illustrated by Dapo Adiola. And let's get in. I love Dapo Adiola's illustrations. I think they're fantastic. We're Going to Find the Monster. Written by Malorie Blackman, illustrated by Dapo Adiola. Charlie and Eddie were playing in the garden. "Breakfast in 10 minutes, called Dad. "Come on," said Charlie. "We need to find the monster." "But it's breakfast time. He'll be grumpy," said Eddie. "He'll be grumpy and hungry," said Charlie. "He'll be grumpy and hungry and snappy," said Eddie. "He'll be grumpy and hungry and snappy and prickly," they both said together. "Shh, we'll need to be very careful." And off they went. "We're going to find the monster." They sailed over a shimmering ocean. "Look out, there's a whale," Eddie pointed. "No problem," said Charlie, and she rowed their bow quickly round it. Over the shivering ocean. "We're going to find the monster." They began to climb a huge high mountain. "Look out, a hungry wolf." "Don't worry," said Charlie, and she sang a soft, sweet song to soothe it. Then she gave it a massive hug and sent it on its way. Over the shimmering ocean, up the huge high mountain. "We're going to find the monster." They crept through a deep, dark jungle. "Look out! A fearsome, fierce tiger," said Eddie. They hid in a cave, but only just in time. The most fearsome, fierce tiger in the whole world slunk past. Eddie and Charlie held their breaths until it had gone. Phew, that was close. Over the shimmering ocean, up the huge high mountain, through the deep, dark jungle, we're going to find the monster. They floated in giant bubbles across the bubbly bubble lake, careful not to disturb the foamy fiend. Luckily, it was too busy to notice them. Over the shimmering ocean, up the huge high mountain, through the deep dark jungle, across the bubbly lake. We're going to find the monster. We're here, whispered Charlie. Ooh, this is the smelliest, messiest, scariest place in the whole wide world. Eddie and Charlie tiptoed inside. And there it was. The monster. The monster was fast asleep and snoring his head off. Let's get him, whispered Eddie. Charlie crept up to the monster. Breakfast time, she shouted. The monster sprang up. Roar! He roared. Tickle time! And he chased Eddie and Charlie out of his lair, past the foamy fiend, around the fierce tiger, over the hungry wolf, down, down, down the huge high mountain, beyond the shimmering ocean, and into the kitchen, where a breakfast of yummies was waiting for them. A monster grabbed Charlie and tickled her tummy. Then he snatched up Eddie and tickled him too. Marcus, stop tickling your brother and sister and sit down for breakfast, said Dad. And if I don't, laughed Marcus, then we'll all tickle you, said Mum. And that's exactly what they did. What a great story. Do you recognise it? Anyway, I want to go back to a page because I think this is a great page that happens. Oh, where were we? Oh, I can't go back to a page. That's annoying. I wanted to go back to the page where it showed all the places that they went to because they were all inside the house, which was great. Their imaginations were running riot. So that's our book for today. I hope you really enjoyed it. I don't know if you noticed, but one of the main characters has got a skin condition. And the author and illustrator included this in there just to show that people have these things. It's called vitiligo, and it can make your skin go a different colour. And it's particularly noticeable on the character in this book. But hey, it's just showing that people are different and that people have these things that they have to deal with. I hope you enjoyed the story today. Malorie Blackman, a fantastic author who is black. So if you do have the opportunity, search out our books. I'm sure Miss Hamilton will be able to point you in the direction if you fancy reading a book by her. And as for Dapo Adiola, his books are readily available, and please enjoy them. And if you want to enjoy them, I know that we've made videos of them before. Okay, great to see you today. Have a brilliant end to the day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.